Hello everyone, welcome to another video with My Life in the Middle. This is your girl Lanisha, and today I wanted to come to you and talk to you about some Hermes items, or bags I should say, that I have been obsessing with. I really have been obsessing with these bags. But guess what? These bags are not currently available in store. So what are these bags I'm talking about? All right, let's get straight into it. So if you've been watching my channel, y'all know that I am very obsessed with the shoulder Birkin. No, not the new shoulder Birkin. I am talking about the Jean Paul Gaultier version, the JPG original shoulder Birkin 42, the one that can actually go on your shoulder. I absolutely love that bag. And the funny thing about it is that when I first found out about that bag, it was by accident. It really was. It was by accident. Truthfully, it was when I first was trying to do some research on Birkins, because I had never seen a Birkin in person or knew anyone that had a Birkin bag. And I started to do some research, and I was trying to look at the resale market, and I saw this east-west elongated shoulder Birkin on Fashion File. At that time, this was a couple of years ago now, I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago. At that time, that bag was about $5,000 on Fashion File. And I was like, this don't seem right. I've never thought that the Birkin was like this. I thought it was like a hand carry bag, you know, crook of the arm type of bag. But I saw one and it was in orange. Now, orange is not my color, but I thought that $5,000 was a good deal for what I saw all the other Birkins for. It was a nice big bag, and I love the idea that you could carry it on your shoulder. But I emmed and ahhed, mostly because of the color, and then it got sold. Now, since the re-release of the shoulder Birkin, I think now the shoulder Birkin is in the size 29, and the strap drop is not long enough to actually put on your shoulder, right? So that one now, you know, since then, now the old JPG shoulder Birkin, they have gone up in price on the resale market, unfortunately. Right? But I love that bag. I love how it's big and slouchy, and that you can actually wear it on the shoulder. So it makes it very much more functional for me. And ever since I've seen that bag, I have been thinking about it. And I wonder, for a good work bag, would I want like a Birkin 35 or a Birkin 40? But then once I put my laptop on it and put all my stuff in it, it gets all heavy, and then I have to carry it like in the crook of my arm. Would I want it a heavy bag to carry like that, or would it be better to carry on the shoulder? And I definitely believe a bigger bag would be much more versatile to carry on the shoulder. So I've been obsessing with a JPG shoulder Birkin. I would love to have one in like a chocolate brown with gold hardware. Oh my God, if I can find that on the resale market at a good price in decent condition, sold. Yep, sold. Your girl will grab that up. So that is the first Hermes bag that I am obsessing with that is not currently available in boutique. Okay. The second bag that your girl is obsessing with is the Picotin. Not the Picotin 18, no. Not the Picotin 22, no. Not the cargo Picotin, no. I am obsessing with the Picotin TGM. Yes, that bag is a shoulder bag. The arms are long enough that you can wear it as a shoulder, because I am just not a fan of just these bucket bags that you just can't do really anything with but put in the crook of the arm. It's just not my style, right? I love a big slouchy bag. I love a big shoulder bag. I love a crossbody bag. And yes, I do love a crook of the arm bag, but I mean, a Picotin just crook of the arm is just not doing it for me. But in doing my research, I found the Picotin TGM, and I can't remember exactly what centimeter it is. I want to say 29 centimeters. I'll put it on the screen when I find it. But when I saw it, and I saw very few videos on this bag, I was like, yo, that is like the ultimate hobo, right? It's just like slouchy with this raw, you know, leather on the inside, the suede on the inside, and it just looks so good to me. I love that bag, but it has been so hard to find one in good condition and, you know, at a reasonable price, because I don't know, like those bags are like unicorns or something. I don't know, but I absolutely love the Picotin TGM. All right, now the third Hermes bag that I am obsessing with that is not currently available at the boutique. At least I don't think so. I've never heard of this at the boutique. Is the Constance Cartable. You heard me, Cartable. Now, currently we hear about the Constance 18 or the mini Constance. We hear about the Constance 24. These bags are shoulder bags, right? The Constance 18 is supposed to be able to be worn as a crossbody bag. However, the strap length is about 20 inches in length, and you know, depending on your height and your size, it could be a good, you know, crossbody drop. But then for a lady like me who is taller, who is thicker, it's a little short. It's a little short. I mean, it's doable, but it's a little short, right? And that's my thing. I feel like a Constance is meant to be a crossbody, right? And then the 24 centimeter Constance, it's bigger. It can definitely fit your phone, but that is all the way just a shoulder bag. The strap drop is not long enough to go crossbody, at least not on my frame. And so, because I think that strap drop, the longest length is about 18 centimeters. So I like the style of the bag. I would love to be able to wear that bag as a shoulder bag, but for the size where the 18, yes, maybe long enough for a crossbody, but may not be able to fit an iPhone Pro Plus. Yeah, right? And then the 24 definitely can fit an iPhone Pro Plus, but would definitely not go crossbody on me. So I have been very hesitant on the Constance because of that. However, while doing my research and looking at the, you know, because, you know, you don't get to see these bags in person. You don't get to try them on, you know? So in doing my research and trying to look up the shoulder lengths and stuff like that, I came across a Constance Cartable, and I believe this one is about 29 centimeters in width. It is a bigger brief, you know, I want to say a briefcase style bag. And it's definitely only a shoulder bag. It is not meant to be a crossbody, but at this size, it's a vibe. It's a vibe as a shoulder bag. Definitely. It is a vibe, and I am obsessed. And the reason why I am so obsessed too is because for the Constance Cartable, the H hardware is not just like palladium or gold hardware. It is in an enamel, right? So it kind of gives this monotone look, or monochrome look. And then, you know, that's the thing with the Constance that always bothered me too, because that hardware is so profound that is easily scratched. And once it gets scratched, it's kind of an eyesore, right? But once you have the enamel, not to say that the enamel can't scratch, it's not as obvious looking. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I need to find that bag. I need to be able to find that bag and see what it looks like in person. I mean, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, so those are the 3 Hermes bags that I am completely obsessed with. And because of that, I am like super interested in going to Japan and looking at their resale market, because everybody knows that Japan and their resale markets, they are very, very strict on authenticity, and there is a lot to offer there. So it's like, I'm like, I need to plan a trip. I need to plan a trip so I can find these bags and see them in person. And if I'm truly in love with it, once I lay eyes on it, buy it, right? So to be continued with that. However, in my search, I so happened to come across a bag on this list. Yes, I did. I came across this bag actually on Fashion File. I did. I really did. And when I came across this bag, the price was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. So for the first time, I did what they call, I guess Fashion File has the ability, you can do this like reserve layaway where you put down 10%, and then over 2 months you can pay off the bag. And then once you pay off the bag, you can finally, you know, get the bag delivered to you. So because I found this bag by chance on Fashion File at a great price, and I wasn't at the time, you know, budgeting for this bag, I went ahead and put it on the reserve layaway. I did. I held it because I was like, hey, I gotta get it. And this was last year, okay? So I did this a couple of months ago, but you know, time and life, you know, I'm just now getting this story to you. So I went ahead and put it on reserve layaway, and then within the 60 days, I went ahead, paid off for the bag, and so the bag was mailed to me. When I tell you, this was so nerve-wracking for me because I've never done this. I usually will stalk a bag on Fashion File, really do like price comparisons, really look at the wear and tear of the bag, and really think about it before I do something like this. But for this bag, it was kind of like a spur of the moment. Oh my God, let me, reserve this before somebody else get it because the price seemed so good I could never find this bag anywhere else. So I did it. So I was so nervous. So when I finally got the package from Fashion File, I opened it right away. I was busy. I had a lot going on, but I was like, okay, let me just open it, look at it, and then see if I like it. If I don't like it, I can return it and then keep it moving. So I did that. I opened the bag, and when I opened the bag, I quickly glanced at it. It looked good. I tried it on real quickly. This was like, I want to say it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And I put it back in the box and I said, okay, I'm going to record and do that. But the time just never came. The next day, I opened it and just said, okay, let me get a better look at the bag in daylight. And when I took a look at the bag, there was something missing from the bag. And I was like, oh my God, did I miss this? Did I miss this? And so what was missing from the bag was one of the feet on the bag. And I went back to the original listing on Fashion File, and I looked, and on the original listing, the feet was there. And so I'm like, what happened? Like, where is this foot? I don't remember when I quickly opened it the night before. I don't recall the foot missing. And so I start looking in the box. I start looking in, the dust bag. I start looking all over. I could not find this. And I was just devastated. I was like, oh my God, Lanisha, this is why you don't do stuff like this. This is why you just don't buy things on the spur of the moment. You don't rush. You don't do nothing like that. This is why you take it. I mean, I was devastated. So I immediately took pictures and I immediately contacted Fashion File via email and told them what happened and asked them, what was my options for this. So for me, I wanted the bag. Right? I really wanted the bag. And I know I haven't said what the bag is, and I'm going to tell you. But I wanted the bag because it was definitely a good price. However, it did have some wear and tear, but I wasn't, ready for it to be missing a foot. And it missing a foot, it was kind of like, it would have made the bag kind of off kilter, So I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Anyway, I reached out to Fashion File, and at first they said, okay, when they reviewed it, they thought that when they sent it out, it had all the feet, and so they have to contact their claims department and see what my options were. So what I did not touch the bag. I did not do anything with the bag until I got an answer from them. Long story short, their claims department reached out to me and said, hey, I can return the bag for a full refund. But that's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted the bag. So I reached back out to them and I said, well, okay, I kind of want the bag. I've been doing some research. I think I can get it repaired. And, but can I at least get a credit on my profile with Fashion File to use at another time? Because I did receive the bag without the foot. I did receive the bag, in a different state from how it was listed for sale. And Fashion File disappointed me. They told me no. They told me the only thing I could do was return the bag for a full refund. And that was kind of disappointing. That was disappointing for me. And I'm not going to lie, because I am a huge fan of Fashion File. I definitely go and stalk their site literally almost every day. And I have purchased several bags from Fashion File, and I have never had an issue. Never had an issue. So this was a little bit disappointing. I wasn't expecting like a huge credit. Even if it just like a 10% credit or something, it would have made me feel a little bit better. Nevertheless, I decided to keep the bag, and I showed it to my husband, and my husband was like, okay, I think I can fix it. Let's do some research. So I did some research, and I was able to purchase the foot and at the same size to match the bag and stuff like that. It took a while to get it, but I was able to get it, and my husband was able to apply it to the bag without damaging the leather, without scratching it, without hindering the integrity of the bag in any way. And I was very happy with that. So I kept it, and I am now going to show you the bag. So obviously this is not an unboxing, this is a reveal, because I have had this bag now for months. So I'm going to reveal this bag to you. And it is the Picotin TGM. And the color of this bag is blue orange. Here it is. So it is a big bag, y'all. It is a big slouchy bag. OMG. And as you can see, it is definitely a shoulder bag. So it's right now, it's stuffed. It has some stuff in there. And I did go ahead and buy a liner for it. So to kind of help, you know, hold some structure. Because if you know, a Picotin is just a big open bag with the raw leather on the opposite side. So let's remove the stuffing. It still has the liner in it. You know, you can see it's a nice big slouchy bag. Now this bag does come with palladium hardware. It was missing the key, so I am unable to take this lock off, but you can still get into the bag pretty good. So you can see, I can still get it. That's the liner that I bought for it. Can get in the bag pretty well. Now here, this bag comes with 5 feet. And one of the feet, when I opened up the bag, it was missing. However, as you can see, we were able to order one of the feet online, and my husband, bless his heart, was able to replace it. And to my eye, I cannot see which one was replaced. You tell me if you can tell which one was replaced. So that is it. So that is one of the bags that I have been obsessing with from Hermes that is no longer available in store that I was able to find. Now the price of this bag on Fashion File after taxes and everything was $2,100. And in my research, finding one of these bags online, it was ranging anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000, and they were in worse condition. Now this bag do have some wear. It does have some wear on the edges, on the bottom of the bag. However, it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't look bad. It doesn't bother me at all. Also, I must say, I have had this bag for months. I did not remove the Fashion File tag just in case, going back and forth with Fashion File to decide what I was going to do. I didn't want to remove it if I did decide to return it. But in the meantime, in between time, I did go ahead and moisturize the leather and clean the leather and kind of, spruce it up. And so the wear, when I first received the bag, the wear on the corners was a lot worse. But once I cleaned it up and spruced up the leather and conditioned it, it really looked a lot better, really. And this is Clement's leather, so it's nice and slouchy. You can see the kind of a rippling of the leather because of the slouchiness of the bag, but I absolutely love it. And I went and I asked my brother what he thought, and I asked my husband what he thought, and whether they thought, for the price and everything, should I keep the bag or return it? And everyone that I asked their opinion, they said keep it. So I am so happy that I did keep it. I love this bag, and I can't wait to start using it now that I have fully made that decision. So now I'm on the hunt for a JPG Birkin 42 shoulder Birkin and a Constance cartable. So if by any chance, if y'all see one out there for a good price in reasonably good condition, holla at your girl. Holla at your girl. Let me know, help a sister out, because now I'm on the hunt for those. All right, so tell me if you've already heard about these bags. I know the JPG shoulder Birkin, and most people have heard about that one, but did you know about the Picotin TGM? Did you know about the Constance cartable? Tell me, how do you feel about these bags? If you have not heard about it and now you're hearing about it, how do you feel about them? Would it be something that you would add to your wish list? Let's have this conversation. All right, so if you have already subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting on? Come join our family. We will love to have you. Just go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, so this channel can continue to grow and we can continue having these conversations about living life in the middle, okay? All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.